So the idea for us originally was start to share the lighter items. And then all of these other bigger ones, we brought trucks that were to take them for the beneficiaries and take them to their states so that they can go to their state and share because Obori Bunyan Mad Freezer.
So that was a Southeast event, not a state event?
No, it's not a Southeast, it's a Southeast event.
Okay.
So we invited people, every beneficiary. Anambra had 535 beneficiaries. Imo had about 600. Enugu had about 426. Abia had about 426. And Ebonyi had 385. And this is how we shared it. We tried to ensure that every ward and local government got beneficiaries. Every local government in Anambra had 23 persons that were to benefit from that.
Mm-hmm.
So we did it in such a way that whatever has been brought will get to everybody. And we shared it on the basis of the number of local governments that we had in the Southwest, which is 95. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Imo has 27. Anambra has 22. Abia and Enugu has 17 local governments, and Ebonyi has 13 or 14 local governments. So that is how we shared that everybody will get about. So every local government will get about 23 to 24 beneficiaries, and all of them were to come there. So when we see them, you are sure that what you're, the thing is, the idea is, maybe some people argued carry them to the states and share, but you know how empowerment things are. You make a bunye 50 shuttle buses or also 10 at the location. So we wanted to be able to see the people that are the beneficiaries and now help them transport those things to their. It was a very well planned.
They came physically.
Everybody was there. So, but what happened was that the locals, again, the people that came to the venue were more than the number of people that were beneficiaries. And we also didn't make adequate plan for those people. Do you understand? So it was a situation where do you understand? So
and it was open for everyone to come.
And it was a big event. So at some point, people became so because of that crowd, the surge actually entered. And again, Onyeagba near laptop. He doesn't leave the venue. Kind of made the place. And it was planned for everybody to be able to get something, But the non-sensible locals obviously overpowered the thing, but they were not an angry crowd. They were also not a violent crowd. Everybody was trying to see what they can get. So they also went and got something and carried and ran. So that confusion you saw. And when it happened, the instruction from the patron, no, don't shoot, don't even throw tear gas. Allow them take anything that they want to take, so that we don't record the fatality. Imagine I'm Mechalia and saying Madongo, if Onyeagba Juku, and all of that. So he tried to say no police. Allow people to take whatever they want to take.
Is that not a pure evidence of hungry people, that people are actually desperate and hungry, that when they see anything that looks like something that will benefit from, they don't even wait to be called, they just pounce?
No,
is that an evidence that
Onyeagba will always collect whatever you have. It doesn't matter whether you call them for a rally or not. A hungry person, don't forget go bread now. My brother, I will take that bread off your hand. But like I said, that event was, we admitted that in the planning, maybe it wasn't a good idea to have displayed all of that. They were always going to get to people. The things that were brought were not going to go back to wherever they came from. Like we said, there are people that had come. Maybe it would have been better to have taken it to the states. Maybe it would have been better to allow people that would have come into the venue to be only the beneficiaries. So, people
need crowd.
You'll be able to.
People wants to show that people came now.
No, that's not really. It was Hero Square, where it's like a stadium. So it's not like you can block people to say, don't enter, don't enter. Maybe the best thing would have been, these things are going to Anambra, carry them to Anambra, let the beneficiaries come. Maybe that would have been a better strategy as well. But like I said...
So you admitting that there was no...
No, they were planning for... No, I do not belong... I'm a diplomat, so in my level, I would not admit where we haven't gone. There were, obviously. But again, it's also happy people, because so basically people are looking for, like I said, people saw rice bags that look like rice, so it just take your own fertilizer, maybe your own fertilizer 100 or go to 5,000, but it's also a testament to the fact that City Boy also became attractive, because if they were hostile to City Boy, City Boy in a Why were they there? They were also there because they felt that it's something that they can also identify with. Or maybe that there was also plan for that kind of accommodate everybody.
Ha bi kete ihe ebe ọ bụ na
that's what I'm
eke
saying.
ihe asị na amarapụ ebe a na emegene jebe ebe a na-alụ agụ.
Ebe a na-echi ọzọ, ebe a na-alụ
Yes,
agụ.
na
So that
ọzọ ka a
means
na-echi there.
beautiful. So the beautiful thing here is that City Boy has something that people think that they can get out of it.
Which every election year people wait for such thing.
So what we are trying to do now,
which is not a very good one.
No, it is a very good one, to be honest. Like I said, ọ bụrụ na ị mara ihe gọọmenti na-eme, akọwalụ gị ihe gọọmenti na-eme, that can be beneficial.
You cannot,
it is in your own best interest.
you cannot teach people ihe gọọmenti na-eme ebe ha bịa ikelo rice na laptop.
Cha ndị Igbo ekene m unu. It is with deep sense of excitement that I bring to you this great announcement of a unique event which is set to happen in Ali Igbo, Anambra State precisely. On the 27th of June 2026, Mars Magazine International, in collaboration with Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited, will be celebrating their 33 years of excellence in journalism. This celebration comes with charity gala and award night for the distinguished individuals in Ali Igbo who are beacons of light and hope to this generation. The venue of the event is at Stanel Dome, Awka, Anambra State. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo Oluwategu, will receive Mars Man of the Year award, while Chief Alto Eze Ozigbondo will be the father of the day. Clear your schedules as we look forward to this epoch-making event coming on the 27th of June 2026. Remember, time 5 p.m.
That is why we did it a day before.
7.
No, that is why we did it a day before.
I saw a day before.
Yes,
Those people that came to Ikelo Rice were they were not in the hall, and don't they need that education in Yeku that they don't know policies of the government. Or bro, they are not a hall.
No, let me tell you.
South is because they are not in a hall, but are elites and then professionals.
Not
I
true.
saw some of the
No,
pictures.
not true. You can see pictures, but we also restricted the events because the hall has the capacity that it can
Yes.
take. So we restricted the events. There were people that Smedan had trained that were supposed to be beneficiaries that we invited for that event. There were people, we actually took people from across the states of the Southeast. The event hall contain 1,000 persons. So you don't want 3,000 inside there, otherwise it will become another chaos. So we have trained, we have explained to the people. So message, or you lose your message, and I remember advert, I see you lose your call on the yard. Do you understand my point? But again, getting to ihe niile keleke na field, don't worry, how be booted today. And Baba, if you want to give people something, there will be more people that will come. So it's not like you will do anything that will be enough for everybody. And that's why I believe that the intention is what you, and you may mistake somewhere. Like I said, if we had decentralized this and say, don't let everybody get their own things from their states. Na enwelo 2,500 items that were given out to people. We can ask them no audio. We can ask them no audio. Yes. But seeing is believing. At least people saw that there were things that were really brought out for people. Yes. This is even the beginning. We have not stopped yet. More things are going to be shared within the City Boy movement. And just fasten your seatbelt and wait.
Obi Cubana, it seems that Ndi Igbo is actually entitled to him. I don't know why that is. Entitled, let me explain what I mean. Entitled in such a way that they believe that he should do this and not do that. Remember last year that, or one time that Peter Obi was contesting for anything, and people were asking him why he's not supporting this Peter Obi. That he came to give his normal Thursday motivational speech. The young youth, if you remember that post, yes, people came to me and said, "Why are you not saying anything about this man's he gets and everything?" And now he has joined City Boy movement, and then his comment section used to be a very wonderful place to, comment, hail him. But now people are still firing him because of his choice and everything. Why do you think that Ndi Igbo somehow wants to, let him know where he needs to be and where they are always coming for him whenever he takes decision that they don't want? That's what I mean by Ndi Igbo feel entitled to his opinion and his choices. Okay. Why do you think it's like that?
Thank you very much. Let me explain. In politics, then we cycle. After this cycle, I'm sure people will probably not even remember what happened in politics. The question I'll ask everybody that has that entitlement. Obi, that I know, supported Peter in the last elections. Rapo Makanoku that day or not. Vita visited him and all of that.
He
but
did?
The question, yes, Peter visited his house. But the question for me is, emede anga okulo ebendi bucho okulo at that election. For example, and his business suffers as whatever happens to him, what exactly would they be saying? Okwana Onyeagba shoe, ma ebe ọ na-afụ ya ụfụ. Do you understand my point? I think what we need to understand is that Obi's decision is not enough to make anybody president in Nigeria. Him as a person, it is not enough to make anybody president. As a matter of fact, if every Igbo man supports an Igbo person to become president in Nigeria, the person will still not be president. Because the way the country is structured is that you require partnership. You must work with somebody. We have 6 geopolitical zones in the country. 1 cannot produce president. 2 cannot. 3 cannot. You need at least 4. And that 4 means that you will either have all the Souths working together and getting 1 from the North. Or you have 4 from the North working together. And how did it's always good. While I talked about history in the other, when we're talking about Enugu and Nri, in Nigeria, it's always good to also read politics a little bit. Read a little bit of history. How did Buhari become president of Nigeria? Forget whether he has done well or not. No, it was just because he saw that in every election he sleeps with 12 million votes in his pocket. But it is not enough because it was just a northern agenda. The North was not able to make Buhari a president. He won on his 4th try. He ran as ANPP, he ran as CPC, and still couldn't make it until he realized that working with another set in the Southwest, that is what made him president. It was the North, 3 of them in the North working with Southwest, leaving out South, and Southeast to vote for PDP. That's how they became president. So the question for us should be, what do we need to do to create that alliance? Today, do we have South-South? Today, do we have Southwest? Today, do we have Northeast? Do we have Northwest? Do we have North Central? Where is that alliance? So it's important that that this is what needs to happen. And that's why our work is also to continue to engage and explain to people. Before you produce a president in Nigeria, you need at least 4 geopolitical zones coming together, and you can only come from 1. And na mputa onye ọbọsọpụta ịkpalịa the person. You may expect na ndị ahụ na-akpali onye nke ha ga-support onye nke gị.
Yes.
This is a no-brainer. Ịkpali onye Yoruba na ọ mara ihe. You na-emezi expect ka onye Yoruba tụnyela onye nke gị na ọ ma ihe.
Yes.
See, superiority complex is also a problem for us. Because there's a need to also understand that other people will opinion which have to be respected. I can disagree with you on matter of principles. I can say I'm not supporting who you are supporting, but we don't need to fight about it now. Why should somebody go to the extent of insulting Obi Cubana's children? They will die. They will do this one just on his political choice. Why should that be? Obi Cubana's choice is vote. Absolutely no. We must learn political tolerance, and it's very important and it's very respectful. It's very important.
Intolerance is a problem in this.
You cannot continue to insult people. See, let me tell you, somebody take a political call off his business. What have you actually done? 2 rights does not, or 2 wrongs should not even make it. If you think that he has taken, why don't you stay on your lane? Okay, this is your position. I respect your decision. I'm sure you know what Tunde Ednot said. Oh, all my people are with these people, but I respect them, but I can't say anything against them. This life is about relationship. It's about building relationship. And for whatever relationship you have, you see, the more you go, you ascend, even the network or the quality of people you relate with, thins out. Therefore, you also do things on a strategic basis. Sometimes it's not about, like I said, how much money does an Obi Cubana require? How much cars can he drive? Is it government that have brought him to this level where he is today? Absolutely no. Can government destroy you or stop you from progressing? The answer is what? Yes. Can government in a law? Or so even the government does not make law, they can also make a policy. Something, for example, if I have a beef with you, and I'm the revenue generating agency of this state, I can say, please go and audit Yambaba for the past 10 years. I don't know whether he has been paying appropriate tax. I'd audit the tax in 1 billion naira equals tax. What will you not pack this business and run away? Do you understand? So government can fight you. So many politics trumps everything in a country. And that's why I told you that it is difficult. During Obasanjo's tenure, Dangote, Tony, Elumelu, Otedola were part of campaign movements.
They were?
Yes, they were.
Physically?
Absolutely. Their names will come out that they're in this committee, they're in this committee. Yes.
They were putting their faces out there.
Absolutely. Quote me right.
Because I was about to ask you that
yes.
I've not seen Dangote coming out physically to campaign for anybody.
During PDP's time, during PDP's time, as a matter of fact, even in this government, do you know the first place that President Asiwaju visited after he was declared the president? Do you know the first person he went to meet?
Tony.
Exactly. Why? Why? Because he supported him.
Collaboration.
Exactly. So as against seeing this as against our interest, this is not, let me tell you, my brother, you can be my friend and you can be in power and I will not benefit anything. Let me explain to you again. There is no correlation. Now I'm going grammar-wise now. But a state can produce presidents, but it can still not translate to dividends of democracy for them. And I'll give you a very simple example. Niger State has produced more presidents than any state in the history of Federal Republic of Nigeria, whether as military or as civilian. The quality of infrastructure and indeed insecurity in Niger State today is also worse than you can think about in any other place. Katsina is the next in number, have produced more number of presidents, second one, than any other state in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How is insecurity in Katsina today? So there are also no guarantees that Yambaba is my friend from Anambra State, he can become president, that Anambra State can now become better as a result of Yambaba's. No. The question is leadership. The question is, what can you do for your people? And remember that even when you become president, you're no longer a president of your state or of your tribe. You have become a president of a Federal Republic of Nigeria with different religions, with over 250 tribes, with 36 states, with 774 local governments, with too many interests, business and otherwise to deal with. So it is even difficult that you will find it difficult to even see your family members. Not to talk about dealing with issues that come from your state.
History is about to be made in the city of Awka, Anambra State.
A new era of dynamic repositioning is set to begin.
The wait is over. The time is now. Miles Magazine International, in collaboration with Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited, brings to you a historic night of awards.
This award night will feature cultural presentation, glamour, skill acquisition sponsorship, and scholarship.
Distinguished guests for the night include His Excellency Professor Cubana Soludo Oluwatuegu, Prince Atoeze Ozuibondo, and many more.
The date for this event is Saturday, 27th of June 2026.
Red carpet starts by 4 p.m. and the main event by 5 p.m. Venue is Stanel Dome, Awka.
We know you wouldn't want to miss this for anything, so take the dates on your calendar.
Be there, be seen, be part of history.